What up, everybody?
This is going to be a fun night.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
It's to be this good part of a mystical Monday.
Oh, yeah, Mystical Monday. Oh, man, we're going to have so much. You see the van that we're in? Say, hey, Matt.
Hey, guys.
This
Hey,
van
Matt.
is going to be full of books and spooky stuff as we go to Paracon season this summer. I can't wait.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
I know we're
We're gonna
almost,
take
what,
you-
less than 30 days till Gettysburg.
I know, we got to get it together, honey.
Yeah, we're going to have so much fun. Then
So
Gettysburg,
much fun.
then New
Yep.
Orleans.
Hold on. As you say it, give me 1 second. I'm slow. We got Gettysburg.
Gettysburg.
Hold on. It's supposed to be.
Spectacular.
There we go. There we go. And then we
Christmas
got
in July.
Yes,
and
New Orleans.
New England,
Nolans.
Paracon,
Nolans.
Islands.
Nolans.
And then we
No,
got
Nolans.
Deep South, but I haven't.
Y'all got to say it
I
right.
have a
It's
video
Nolans.
playing. Nolans.
Yeah.
Nolans.
Yeah, y'all got to say it like the Cajuns do. Nolans.
Nolans.
Nolans. Well, guys, tonight we have a guest, and she's trying to transfer from her phone to her computer, I think. But I thought it was very cool. I used to be a medic, as everybody knows, and so did she. So it's kind of one of my
And
people.
then she had some stuff happen to her. Wow. It's going to be fun to see her. She is known as the Paranormal Outlaw, and she is the founder of Black Cross Paranormal. Last time I saw her was, it's knocking on the door.
Wow.
It's going to be great to see her and find out what she's been up to.
Absolutely.
Is
You
she
guys ready
ready?
for her?
Let's rock.
Yeah.
I think so. Here we go. Let's try it.
All right.
There she is.
Welcome, Miss Ryleigh.
Hey.
Everybody, this is Ryleigh Black.
The one and only.
The one, the only.
I don't think she made it on her computer.
No, I think,
Well, you have
did
two
we?
screens up. That's why I was jokingly saying I thought you were trying. You have two screens up. So.
I don't know which one to, let me cancel out of this one. Wait, there we go. Okay, then I'll come over to this. There we
All
go.
right.
Because I was trying to figure out which one would be better, but this one just seems to be working perfect.
It's
That's okay.
really good. Sound
Yep.
quality's good. The picture's good.
It really
Oh,
is.
that's good.
It really
Not
is.
bad for a cell phone.
Hey, those
These
cameras
cell
are
phones now
awesome.
got
They
better
are.
cameras than some cameras do. So
They do.
Agreed.
And I think Lee may have made it home. She may be switching, but welcome to the show. Of course,
yes,
you've never met me. I'm Gwen. I'm the producer and all around little sister, I guess you want to call me. So
It works.
look at Blaine. He's like, yep. And
I know
this
we're
is
just
Lee.
thinking of ways we're going to torture Gwen later, but hey.
They torture me all the time. What you talking about? Yeah, and of course you know Blaine and Lee. Like you said, you guys were discussing. It's been a while since you saw Lee, and I'll
Yeah.
give you guys some information. She can't see us good because she's on the phone, and our screens are about that little bitty. So yeah, little bitty thing. So if she gets her computer up, or if she turns her TV on to look at it on YouTube or something, she might be able to see us. But so Blaine, what kind of
Yes.
questions you got for Miss Ryleigh? I know you got questions.
I always do. Miss
Always.
Ryleigh, what got you started in the paranormal?
Wow. Well, you know how everybody, well, some people have experiences when they're children, and we're always like having imaginary friends and, talking amongst ourselves and playing with, with ourselves, just as far as, you know, if we're the only child, that sort of thing. So my imaginary friend went way up until after I was 10 years old. So they were kind of wondering, you know, what's going on with her? Is she losing her marbles or what? But the first experience I really had was at the Yuma prison in Arizona, when my mother took us on a family fun day. And I had experience of seeing my first full body apparition, which I thought at the time was an actor. But later on, you know, you put the pieces of a puzzle together and you kind of, you know, make it make sense, that sort of thing. And, you know, climbing up with the other bigger kids on huge rock cliffs that had a big pavilion on top of one. The moment I got up on the top, the person who I thought was an actor was standing up there and scared the hell out of me. And I fell backwards and ended up in the hospital for 3 days, unconscious. Big old goose egg on my head. I had to get stitches underneath my chin. Yeah, so that was the first time I ever really saw and experienced something that I didn't like. Because usually, you know, I was never afraid of it as a child. You know, my grandmother's house she had a large family, but they were very poor. So if somebody had passed away in the family, they would have the viewings inside the house instead of taking them over to the funeral parlor in the early 1900s, because they were coal miners. They couldn't afford that. So the bedroom that they had did all the viewings in became my bedroom back in the 70s. So I, like I said, was playing with all sorts of characters and all sorts of, you know, having all sorts of dreams and, you know, telling my family about the dreams that I was having. And I'm not saying anything, just they were a very religious Russian Orthodox family. So they said, you know, pray, you know, it's demons, don't pay no mind, that sort of thing. So as a kid, you kind of have to listen to your family. So, but as you get older, you know that that's not always necessarily true. It's just something that we tell, you know, kids to make it make sense, you know?
Right.
So after that experience at the Yuma, I didn't have anything happen to me for quite some time until my 20s. And then I saw my first female apparition.
Lee,
Yep.
2 screens up.
Well, I don't have my headset. How am I going to do this?
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, hon.
She can't hear because of her.
Oh, her computer has no sound. I forgot about that. Sorry.
She'll come back. She'll come back in a minute. So there we go. Sorry about that.
Ryleigh, I wish I had an imaginary friend growing up. I saw all the bad spirits. I saw the ones that were shot, stabbed, run over, and they showed me that form of them when I was very small. I think the nicest one I ever saw was the first one I saw was at a graveyard. A lady in a white dress crying over a grave, and I asked her if she was okay. And she looked at me with tears in her eyes and said, "Yeah, I'm fine now, baby." That was a nice one. After that, it was this get gunshot Joe and burn up Bill and those kinds, what I got growing up.
Oh, see, I wish I had something like that, but I never had that of a bad experience, you know, that I would have loved to, because then later on, and I could write about it, but I really didn't have that much. And growing up in Tucson, Arizona, you kind of think that we would, because we had access to a lot of the old ghost towns and old Tucson studios, and, you know, you're 30 miles up from Nogales. So, you know, people ran into Mexico all the time to go shopping. So you think that would be, you know, something that I would have privilege of experiencing, but at that time I really didn't. The only stuff that I started paying attention to was in my 20s, when I had a female spirit scared the hell out of me, because I got smart ass about it. And, you know, because I you know, in my 20s, that's what usually smart asses do. They act like that in their 20s. Oh, yeah. But I made a comment. I was in a bar with a friend of mine, and I made a comment that they were telling me about a female spirit that haunted the building. And I said, well, if she's here and she's so fierce and mighty, let her show herself to me tonight, because I was sleeping upstairs. And she did. she came in, and I mean, I know I wasn't that intoxicated where I was imagining any of this, because I remember her dress in detail. I remember how she held me down to the bed, what her hair looked like, how it was up in a bun. Like, I mean, everything into the detail of no face, no hands, and just floating next to me. And, you know, at the time, my guy was laying there, and I'm thinking that he would hear me screaming that I couldn't get up, but he didn't move. He didn't roll over. He didn't pay no attention. And then when I could sit up, I looked over at him like, how can you not have heard me thrashing in bed trying to sit up, like, or trying to make a sound? And nothing, completely nothing. So I ran out of there, and I hid behind a big old green trash dumpster, and I refused to go back inside. So I took a cab home, and I never went back to that place. And then that kind of woke me up to what is out there. And I had the opportunity to witness Ed and Lorraine Warren give one of their parapsychology speeches. And that just pulled the curtains back for me. And then after that, it was game on. Game on.
Game on.
You ain't gonna scare me no more. But they did. You know, I'm very careful now of the things that I say. And that's another reason why they call me the outlaw for that reason, because you know, there's a time where people would do just about anything to get evidence, to get a spirit to, you know, say something or do something, you know, just out of the name of science. But what they're not taken upon is how you look, you know, towards others while you're doing all of this. So I didn't really want to come off looking like I was somebody that's going to provoke and, you know, being one of those types of people. But it was all for the name of science. And why do we do this in the paranormal if we can't push the envelope? You know, and I don't want to step on people's toes who do it, who don't do it, who procrastinate, who just don't want to, you know, just want to stay behind the line, where I'm always like just going over the line, you know, when I want to collect evidence of things, you know, like, and I have gotten some excellent audio over the years, like thousands and thousands of hours of audio. And they're as clear as me and you talking.
Yeah.
I figured out a way to do that without provoking, without actually being the dick in the, you know, in the paranormal.
Well,
you could say.
A long time ago, all right, if you talk to them like a human being and ask them cool questions, like stupid stuff, ask them like, hey, is there beer there? Is there dancing there? Stuff like that, and it'll get them talking. And I've had more good results. And honestly, myself, I don't like people that provoke, because I look at it this way: if you came to my house and started just dog cussing me in my own house, I'm gonna do one or two things to you. I'm gonna either shoot you, or I'm gonna whip your ass, and I'm gonna put a foot in your ass on the way out the door.
Oh, and trust me, there has been a foot in my ass a couple of times during and post paranormal investigations. I've been knocked down slate steps to the point where I'm all sliced up because I said that I was a Confederate soldier in a Yankee cemetery, and that pissed him right off.
Oh boy. Yeah.
So they waited until I came back. And then the next time I came back, I felt like I got electrocuted in my back and was shoved down a flight of stairs. So, I mean, they do hold a grudge, you know, but you know,
I got punched in Gettysburg by a Union soldier, and it hit me so hard that I actually bled. My nose started bleeding, my eyes started watering, and I looked because I could see and hear spirits. I was like, "What the hell did you do that for?" And he goes, you're a damn Johnny Reb. I said, "I fought for the Union side, you moron." I don't know if that's provoking, but I got hit first, so it wasn't provoked. And then he was my buddy the rest of the time we were there. When he found out on the Union side.
A friend of mine used to do ghost tours at Slater Mill in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. And one of the buildings was called the Wilkinson Building, where they used to make firearms, and they used to make the huckleberries for the side of the cemetery, for side of the coffin to be carried out, you know, whatever over, you know, the years, what it was made to be, you know what I mean? Whatever they did to make money. But in the bottom of it, they didn't let women work there, only children, in the 1700s, because the women were supposed to stay at home and the children had nothing really to do. So that's why they went to go work for child labor. You know, child labor laws and all that came in effect because of that. They put the children to work in these mills, and the foremans of these mills would control the children. But women were never allowed down in the mill area because of the long hair, long dresses might get caught in machinery and end up hurting the woman. So they didn't do it. So I would go down there and say that I was a woman there trying to take the foreman's job. And if he has a problem with it, to let me know. He let me know, all right. He slapped me right across the face. And I came out from underneath the Wilkinson mill with a big handprint, like went this way. I felt like I got stung in the face by a bee. Right across here, a big handprint. Like, and then the next time I went, a spirit sexually assaulted me inside the Wilkinson mill in the Wheel area. Mm. So yeah, I mean, they wait. They might not get you at the time where, you know, you are there. Mm-hmm. They might wait and recognize your energy from when you come back the next time. And then that's when they get you.
Oh yeah.
That's true. They don't mess around. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that I've done over the course of 25 years in the name of science. There's some things that I wish I could take back, some things that I'm glad that I've done because of the information provided that pushed us farther in the paranormal community. You know what I mean? Because somebody's got to push that envelope to get farther. Because these trinkets, these toys that come out, these, you know, all these little doodads and gizmos and gadgets and all this other stuff have their defaults to them. Like fluorescent lighting would make a REM pod go off if you put it underneath a fluorescent light bulb. You know, one of those long ones that are in the basements. Even if it's off, your REM pod is still going to go off because electrical feeds that come off of those things. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of different pluses and minuses when it comes to working with paranormal equipment. That's why I just stay with the audio. Works every time. I never have to worry about it. You know, it never fails, which is good.
What's your favorite audio equipment?
Well, I actually like my software. I could use any recording device. It could be my cell phone to a device I could buy that's $400 or $500. It's not going to matter. What matters is the software programs that you have. So I use isotopes. So in the very beginning, back in like the early 2000s, people were using like the free Audacities, and the different types that you would get when you bought the video, the audio controller. You know, right. They would give you the software to put on your laptop so you can use it, and it was always free. What I did was I had invested in isotopes, which is a little bit on the expensive side, but it has everything that you need to remove any kind of outside interference to get a clearer audio. But again, also, if you do that, you have to remember that you are manipulating your audio. So is it a true EVP at this point? You know, you always have to think about that when you are putting that on display, because you manipulated the audio, you cleaned it up, you touched it, you did what you had to do so people could hear it better. So now it's not raw. It's been manipulated. So you have to tell people that this is what I did so you can hear it better. If you can get an EVP like you and I are talking right now, that is the best Class A EVP of an out-of-body apparition experience ever. Mm-hmm. Ever. It scares me to my soul when I hear when I hear it like that without any equipment. It scares the crap out of me. And it makes you wonder, am I supposed to be doing this? Like, God, do you really want me doing this anymore? Like, you're scaring the shit out of me here. You know?
Lee, can you hear us now?
Are you on, girl? All right.
Lee, unmute.
She's on. She got herself muted. Hold on, honey.
Unmute, Lee.
You got to unmute yourself. It won't let me. She got it
now. Yay!
You and that mute.
Yeah, I was having.
Word of God.
It wouldn't let me undo
that mute. I know. So I found a really beautiful picture of Ryleigh.
Uh-oh.
She's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Whoa." Oh, that's
Ryleigh
nice.
Black on the cover of Paranormal Underground, July 2013. That was the year I met you, I think.
Yeah, that was actually the first cover that I did for any of the paranormal, because I did modeling before I actually was in the paranormal. Because I did a lot of runway stuff. I did advertisements. Growing up as a kid, your mother is one of those stage moms that kind of just is always there. But that was actually the first cover that I did for the paranormal. And that was taken in North Burial Grounds in Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
I didn't want to pick the
like
flower. That's all I wanted. And somebody took my photo. I'm like, I just wanted the flower. Stop taking my damn photos.
Yeah.
But that made it.
I think it's gorgeous.
It is.
It's
Oh,
beautiful.
It's a good
That
Another
actually is the
yellow.
only one I think that's out there with my clothes on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've got some of those others that are absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Phyllis, everybody up here except for me has been on Paranormal Underground. So
Oh, okay. Yeah,
no.
Paranormal Underground's
I
a
was
good
on-
magazine.
I was on some other
Yes, it
magazine.
is.
Oh, wait, which one was I forget which show that one was. Was that
girl.
911 or Haunted
He's-
Hospitals?
Yes, this one is one of my favorite episodes of Paranormal 911.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
And I really am excited at what Paranormal 911 did for the paranormal in general. Because you think about it, there people that are in the medical field are dealing with life and death. They're dealing with patients, and they're having to remain cool under pressure. Now you're going to add on some paranormal to it, and it's a pretty scary situation. You also have people that are a little bit stoic, and they're talking about something that scared the shit out of them. And to see that progression of emotion from someone that's on the show, I was watching this one episode. You were going into it was like I don't know what it was, a boy's home or something, and the boy was laying there in the bed, and he was an active dying process, and you guys
Oh,
are
yeah.
trying to help him, and
Mhm.
and then you saw him as you were trying to save his life, and you see him, he sees you, and he's messing with you the whole time because he really wanted to go, and it got violent. Can
Oh,
you tell
yeah.
us a little bit about that? It was serious.
If the story that I'm thinking of, that's the one that happened down at Penhurst. And it was pretty bad. You get pulled across the floor, you get shoved up a wall, you're trying to take this patient out of the vicinity to get real care. And if you guys know the stories of Penhurst, if you know, you know. And
Yes.
if you don't know, then go to YouTube and go look it up, and then you'll know, and then you'll wish you never did. But it's one of the reasons why I stayed in mental health was because of all that I witnessed, which was crazy, absolutely crazy. Yeah, so we get down there to go get the boy out of there to get to the hospital because he was having serious medical issues. And then you get the patients that were there that are no longer there are messing with you. Do you know what I mean? So how do you try to tell something that's no longer living, no longer active, that you're trying to help them, because all they're seeing is, orderlies, doctors, nurses, this one, that one, grabbing this one, taking that one out. That one's never coming back. This one's coming back, not the same. You know what I mean? They're starving. They're hungry. They haven't been changed. They're running around half naked, no diapers, no food. They used one spoon to give medicine to like 1,200 patients. You know what I mean? It was terrible, terrible. So you do the best that you can. You know, there's I got out of there. I honestly God, I have a hard time going back there because many years later, and I didn't even realize this, is that when I came back to Pennsylvania from Florida, I worked. I got back in mental health here in Pennsylvania, and I'm working with patients that are in their elderly years that came from Pennhurst that are still alive today. And it's heartbreaking to watch everything that and witness everything that they are going through now and what they went through then, and reading their medical files and what they experienced and knowing the truth. And it's bad. It was so bad. So that's why I stay in mental health, because I try to help the people who can't help themselves.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I've been hurt. I've been swung around. I've been thrown around.
For those of you that would like to see her episode or many of her shows, it's now on Haunt TV. If you have a Roku channel, which it seems like the whole world has, you can go on there and you can see the channel called Haunt TV. Download it, and you can watch during the day Haunted Hospitals, Paranormal 911, which was a phenomena. It was a phenomena. One of the directors was going to come on the show tonight and interview with you, but he wasn't available for tonight. But maybe we can get you back and have him.
Yeah.
His name, hold it, Tobin.
Tobin. Is that Tobin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love him. He is such a nice guy. He's a
really nice guy. He could be a counselor himself. He's so intuitive. The questions he asks, you know.
Well, yeah, and you know what really sucks is that they did a lot of changes over at the Travel Channel and the Discovery Plus, and they no longer film for these television shows, and they haven't for quite some time. Like the last 3 years, they haven't really done that because they did all the changes to the Travel Channel and Discovery Plus.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know when it is being played on another channel, because I get messages like crazy.
I've seen your show. I have seen your show. Blaine and he'll call me and say, "Hey, you're playing on Haunt TV," and I'll flip over, and it's either Monster Quest, where I was on it, and Gwen and Blaine. And then I did Family Spirits with Brandon Alvis, and it's playing. And then Paranormal 911, and I see you about every other day.
Yeah.
And then I saw Haunted Hospitals, and I filmed with them about 3 years ago. I think, were you with Blue Ant when that happened, when you filmed, or was it during BGM time?
When I filmed a Haunted Hospital, let's see, where was I? Was at? They flew me from Florida to Georgia to Buffalo. Mm-hmm. So I don't really, so I don't know who, because they came out of, it was Cream Productions. It was coming out of Canada. Yeah. That was the film production that was doing that. So Cream is right near Windsor, so it made sense for them to just jump over the border and do Buffalo and then fly everybody to Buffalo.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
After I filmed all of these shows, and they stopped filming, a few years ago, I decided, well, I still got stories to tell. What am I going to do? And then I started writing for Haunted Magazine. And I started putting all of my stories in Haunted Magazine because I had no place else to put them, So I write for a UK magazine, which is funny because I don't live in the United Kingdom. They want to hear, everybody over there wants to hear the stories over here. So that's what I've been doing. And then I got into background acting when I lived in New England, and I was in the Ghostbusters 3 movie.
Right on.
Yeah. And then Nick Groff's television show, Paranormal Lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes,
I saw you.
That was fun.
I played a Native American woman in the Oliver House episode.
Oh, right on.
So if you ever watch that episode, you'll see me. I'm like this Native American woman with black hair out to here, and sitting in the woods. And I actually sat in those woods for like 4 hours filming. Ended up with Lyme disease. I'm like, thank you, Nick Groff.
What was the name of the show? It was with Nick Groff.
It was Paranormal Lockdown with Katrina Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the
I forgot. Sorry.
It was the Oliver House episode. So I think it's season 2. I'm always on a season 2. I've never been on a season 1. So have you seen me in the?
I'm trying to find some of your pictures. So.
Well, the ones that you can show. I've never done I've never done a my only fan, and I never will. Even though I've protested many times to the fiance, that is a no. It's just, I think at this point in life, you become a certain age, you just, even though you look good, you just don't want to really put those kind of photos out there anymore.
Over it.
Yeah, I am.
Over it.
I am. I did it for 11 years. I'm like,
okay. So there you are.
Yeah.
There's one of them, and of course I showed your magazine cover. I'm looking for the others because I know there's more.
Oh, you just got to Google my name. Yeah. You see them all when they come up under image.
Yeah. I had one that I used for the ad. It was the top part. She looked like she had a bathing suit or a tank top type thing. I couldn't tell which one.
Yeah, I love that picture.
Was it a blue bathing suit or a tie-dyed colored? What the cowboy hat? Oh, white.
Yeah. It was a good picture, though. And then the one I used for the poster, that was a really good picture. But your hair's light like it is now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I had to keep my hair a certain color for so many years because, that was the image that I was portraying. The outlaw has to be dark and mysterious. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of being a brunette. I want to go blonde. I'm sorry. No offense to anybody who's brunette. It's just, after so many years, you're like, fuck, excuse my language, but.
Well, you get tired of the same old thing.
Yeah. I didn't even think I was going to look good as blonde. I'm like, maybe I might not look good as blonde. What happens if I kill my hair?
Have to be careful. It looks good. My hair is every color in the rainbow, so.
I know that's why I dyed mine Saturday, because mine's got like gray and brown and black and 5 other colors, and I'm like, nope, it's going one color. So I went and
they tell you if you use that box dye over the counter stuff, that kills your hair quicker than if you went to the salon and had him do it.
I went to the salon, so
good. Don't ever use that box dye.
No, I don't use. No, Lee. How obsessed am I with my hair?
Yeah, I worked too long.
Yeah, you want it right.
Long hair, so no.
Yeah, exactly. Looks good though, Blaine.
Madison Reed. I love Madison Reed. You can get it yourself, but you have to get it like at Ulta. It's expensive, but it's worth it, I think.
Yeah, knowing me, I'd screw it up. My hair would turn green, so it's best if I just let them do it at the salon and cover all that gray.
Oh goodness!
I am blessed. I
found a bunch of pictures of you.
Oh no, am I dressed?
Come on, Lee, we gotta be careful.
When Wally said that, all I could think about was, the sun in back in the day. Everybody putting their hair and it turned greenish.
It was lemon juice, guys. I used to use lemon juice when I was a teenager.
Baloney! Are you kidding? Like I remember as a kid, and I'm gonna tell on myself when I say this, but. When I was a little kid, I kind of stole a bottle of Sun-In from, the drugstore back in the day. I think it was James Way or something. It was like one of those Pennsylvania little stores. And I put it in my hair thinking, because I had really dark hair, thinking, oh, this is going to look good in the sun. I'm going to be blonde. It turned my hair orange. And my mother wouldn't pay to fix it. So I had to go to school like that.
Well, we had the gray hair. We had the orange hair. And Gwen, nobody ever told us back in the early 80s that you could use lemon juice.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
They told us that.
You can use ketchup.
Well, no, what we ended up using peroxide because it was cheaper.
Peroxide, yeah.
Hydrogen peroxide. It worked.
I just got to get a bottle of iodine, and put it in baby oil and use that.
Everybody did that. Yeah. Well,
so fun.
With our native in us, we get real dark anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, I used to do that. Put the baby oil and the iodine in there and do that back in the day.
I miss
But when
it.
you live in Florida,
hardly
though,
find
you,
it.
you really can't do that because you smell yourself and it smells like you're frying in a pan.
It does.
It does.
Been there, done that.
It smells like you're frying yourself in a pan.
There she is.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
yeah.
she is.
You got this bright red
And-
skin with greener yellow hair. So,
Oh, me and
Who's
Joe
that?
Chin.
hi,
Joe Chin, that's right. And he was Paranormal After Party too, right?
Yeah, there's me and
He was After
Jason.
Party.
Me and Jason. Oh,
Okay.
Oh, wait,
Put your
you know,
clothes
risky
on.
here now. A little risky.
You call them bathing suits risky? Okay, then.
Well, I'm just
It was
saying, be
cool.
careful. Be careful. Don't go further. Just be careful.
these came out before the OnlyFans thing came out, which I should have waited because then I would have been rolling in it.
I'll have to tell you an OnlyFans
If
story
people
about
can't
a
see
friend of
somebody
mine.
in a bathing suit or lingerie, I'm sorry. They need to grow up.
Oh,
True.
yeah, I have had my photos reported on Facebook before. Somebody didn't like them, or somebody thought they were too risque, even though they weren't showing anything. It's just, it's everybody's preference on what they want to look at and what they don't, and that's why I always tell everybody who comes on my Ryleigh Black page to watch out. This is a circus, and I'm not in control of these monkeys because it is what it is.
Love
But
it.
if you get disrespectful and I catch it, then I'm going to get disrespectful right back. And a lot of people don't like that. But hey, I don't go on your wall and start shit. You come on mine and, so.
Did you see what Brian said? He said, cool pictures. And then he said, they're just jealous.
Oh, yeah.
They
well,
are jealous. They are.
It is what it is. Hey, and people
Guys,
don't
I'm just gonna
realize,
say
people
this.
don't realize that I worked out 4 days a week, 3 hours a day, with my ex when he got home from work. And then when he wasn't there, I had walked 16 blocks a day with my dog every day, 6 days a week. So, I mean, like, people don't realize you put a lot of work into, having that body and not eating. I didn't even eat a French fry for 4 years because I had to watch everything that I ate.
I'm sure.
It was bad. I mean, I think there's video of me out there saying I'm eating a French fry because I couldn't believe it. I was eating the damn French fry. They were laughing.
Oh, I found a picture. I remember this picture when you first released it. Oh, I just thought it's beautiful.
Oh, which
I will
one?
tell you guys, I want you to know that Ryleigh is prettier in person.
Oh,
You know,
thank you.
some people, it's like, okay, I got up close and now, they're not the same. A lot of makeup. No, the closer you get, the prettier you are, and that's a fact.
Oh,
That is
you're so
absolutely a
sweet.
fact.
Thank you,
Yep.
thank you. I try. I don't really, party all that much. I might have like a wine cooler here or there, but I try to drink a lot of water and eat right and be right. You know what I mean? Even though that someday probably end up killing me because I'm eating too damn healthy. I should have partied more. I don't know.
Eat that
You try to
French
do
fry.
one, you do one for the health of it, and then you end up screwing yourself in the long run. So,
Yeah. Here's the one, I think from Nick Groff's shoot.
Oh, that's
oh
beautiful.
no, not that. Whoa, yeah, no, that actually, that is, who is that? That is Throttle. That's the horse Throttle that I was with, and I ended up making all of those outfits. It was for just a Native American regular photo shoot, just to sell the photos on, like a. Back in the day, it was Google. You could upload photos to Google and then sell them if you want to do advertisements and stuff like that. So that's what that was. But those horses, they belong to a friend of mine. Her name is Aries, and Aries, she was also in that photo shoot. Thank God, because I don't think I could have controlled half of those horses. She's like 5 foot nothing and a barrel racer, and barrel racers are crazy. And she can handle that horse like this horse had to be over 900 pounds, and she handled that thing like nobody's business. I was like, oh my God. Like, because it was just, it was at the end of the day, and, the horses are tired. They want to go back to the barn, and they start acting up, and you're on the back of one and it's kicking you off and acting up. So she got on it and straightened its attitude right out.
That's a barrel racer. Yeah.
Yeah. But that was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's a beautiful.
Yeah, that was a good one too. That was actually in Connecticut. There was an old fishing shack and like off of one of the beaches that were there, and I was just picking shells, and I was sitting in the window, and they're like, "Come on, do a pose." I'm like, "All right, fine." Ta-da! 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 Yeah, I picked some damn shells, please. And, I mean, you could definitely tell by the look on my face at some of those photos. I just want to be left alone.
Well, I do want to take a second to let you know, those of you watching, Blaine's book is now on Amazon. It is live. Yes, and it's fantastic. I've read it. I've laughed. I've cried. It scared me. There he is, our supernatural journey, true encounters, real spirits, and eternal lessons. I thought you guys would like to know it is live. So please go on Amazon and support Blaine. It looks fantastic.
Please do.
And
Hold on, I got 1 hand and a half. Sorry.
Yay. You'll have to snap your
Like
fingers.
that, I would. Everybody? Oh, okay. I thought we lost everybody for a minute. I would love to write a book.
Well,
I don't
we've
know the
got
first thing about it.
Hey,
Well, just
neither did
send
I,
us a
but
message.
I've written 3 of them now. Lee taught me a lot, a whole lot. And we have a kick-ass publisher named Vicky Peplow. She's awesome. We'll hook you up if you ever write one. We'll hook you up.
Oh, I do. Oh, yeah. Because I always wanted to write a book. There's so many. Like, I live in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Well, in the surrounding area. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Scranton, but if you've heard of The Office, the television show, Scranton is where they filmed The Office, supposedly. There is a lot of misconceptions about that show, though. Like Dunder Mifflin. Mifflin is actually the street that the paper company is on, and the paper company is named Dunder. So it's weird how they did it, but yeah. So anyway, there's a lot of haunted places and buildings in the Lackawanna County area because during the time of the Spanish flu, a lot of the hospitals in Philadelphia could not keep the dead. Ice down and waited for the ground to thaw out. So what they would do is they would ship them up to this way, and they would use the basements of like storefront owners, bars, restaurants, anybody who had big deep freezers, and they would put the bodies down there until like the ground defrosted and they were able to get them out. But there's a lot of places that they did that too up here. Which and then we have underground tunnels everywhere.
Yes, you
Underground train tunnels under the city everywhere. Because Lackawanna County is a big train thing, We also have the Smurl House in Pittston that everybody talks about, whether you believe the stories or not. That's always everybody likes to drive past the Smurl's old house. And, it's just a lot of death and destructions happened in this area, Yeah, they had the big flood in the early 1970s, which I was only 2 years old and I wasn't out here then. But a lot of people died because the water was higher than the firehouse doors. So a lot of people had passed away and floated downriver. Yeah, we live in the mountains up not too far off the Appalachian Trail.
Yes, you do.
So
how close is that to? I think it's Sharon, Pennsylvania. Is that
Sharon? Let me see.
I don't think that's too close. That's okay. That's okay. I was just curious.
Wait, let's see. Sharon.
Did I make her freeze?
You froze her, Gwen.
I didn't mean to. That was where I was at last
Sorry
year.
about that. 4 hours and 46 minutes.
Gotcha.
So they are,
Okay.
Sharon is over by Pittsburgh. I'm on the other end. I'm on the East Coast, on like the northeastern part of PA.
You are.
Yeah. But I would love to go out to Pittsburgh. They have Yellow Dog Village. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Yellow Dog Village out there, but it is a village that is run down. It's an old ghost town now. And it was built for the old miners to bring their families to mine for the Pittsburgh area. But then they ended up going on strike, and they were told that they had to move their families out of the village if you were going to go on strike. Mm-hmm. So they called the owner's bluff, you can say, and they moved new people in because during that time it was depression and people needed money. So if you didn't want to work, move. And they brought other people in, and then they called them Yellow Dogs for, going against everybody and, the union and all that other stuff. So they named them Yellow Dog, but they kind of embraced that name and kept it. So now it was called Yellow Dog Village.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a really haunted location. And the mines that they used, you can't access because now they grow mushrooms for the state of Pennsylvania. So a lot of the old coal mining tunnels are now new mushroom growing facilities, and Pennsylvania is the largest state to grow mushrooms in the United States.
Right on.
Yeah.
The mushrooms are used for medicine. They're used for food, obviously, and fertilizer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we also have a WW2 POW camp in the middle of the state.
Yes, you do.
Yep, that has been there for many, many years, and it's not easy to get access to because it's just overgrown stuff. You know what I mean? But I would definitely love to go there and explore and do some more out that way type of investigating.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So you said you were at Gettysburg?
Yes, I've been to Gettysburg probably 22 times.
Oh,
and
wow.
We're going back again. I've also
Yes,
filmed the documentary up in Centralia, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
So I was actually stationed over at Pax River, Maryland for the Air Force. I was the only Air Force guy at a Navy base. And I went and explored. I had weekends off. I go to Pittsburgh. I go to Scranton. I go to Philly. Gettysburg, several other places, just because I like the state of Pennsylvania. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. The state of PA is a gorgeous state, that's for sure. When I go down to Gettysburg, I like to go investigating during the day because if you watch the movies and know the history, they never really fought at Gettysburg at nighttime because it gave away their position. The fire that came off the muzzle loaders, the flash that came off the cannons would give you away, so they would know where you are.
Yep.
So they always fought during the day. And you can go out there with your cell phone and hit your voice recorder and just hold it up. And you can definitely say nothing is going on. Nobody's doing any reenactments. You know what I mean? You can't hear crap. And then all of a sudden you can hear musket fire and cannon fire going off like crazy, like fireworks that are happening right in front of you that you can't even see it.
Nope. You'll hear the gunfire, the cannon fire, and the bugle and drum as well during the day.
I don't know if you know where there's a huge metal tower that you can walk up. It's like it's like a lookout tower. I think it's over by I can't think of the name of it.
It's the Eisenhower Tower.
Yes, and it's a metal tower. It's like a square box tower.
Been there.
So if you go, like, there's a place where you can park your car. There's a path that goes on the other side of that parking lot.
Yes.
That if you go down that hill, and go straight down it, and it's a bitch of a climb to come back up. That is where they have a bunch of monuments down off the side of a mountain because that is where they ended the war. That is where the war, they took over the end of the war was done, and it finished right then and there. So that's where they have all the monuments. But if you ever get down there to do a paranormal investigation during the daytime, you'll hear a lot of men on that mountainside behind that parking lot. And a lot of people don't know that, and they don't seem to understand. Go to the train station.
Oh God, yes.
Go to the train station, because they took dead bodies out of Gettysburg on a train, and they brought in new soldiers on that train. You will see soldiers walking on the tracks home. It's crazy.
Yes, I've seen that. And Ryleigh, I climbed that tower with a broken ankle, with a boot on, climbed that whole thing and went down that hill with a broken ankle and that boot, and went down that hill and climbed it back up. So yes. Yeah, terrible. But there's also another place too, over by the Devil's Den. Like if you go, there's a wooden bridge that kind of goes over a little stream that if you could, you walk over it, you could take the path up to Culp's Hill. Yeah.
Not Culp's Hill, Little Round Top. If you go, if you go to the left. If you go to the right, you'll go to Blood River. And Blood River is where they found most of all the bodies that were there from Devil's Den, was along that stream, and everybody's blood turned it red for a long time.
Yeah.
So that's another, and then Triangle Field, that's another very deadly area where they did a lot of the killings. And it's crazy because you don't hear any wildlife. You don't hear no birds. You don't hear nothing. Like the land won't heal.
Yeah.
Too much blood. Land won't heal.
Oh, she's correct about that.
I've been all over. I've been all over. I go to places on Gettysburg Battlefield that other people don't go. Like they all go to the most popular places. I want to go to places that people haven't been.
See, the places I found was the old Eisenhower Bridge, which is closed down now, but there was a bridge right next to it, to the left of it during the Civil War. It's more active than Sachs Bridge is. The outdoor classroom behind the elementary school up there. I've got more cool stuff in that field. Daytime, nighttime, it didn't matter.
Oh yeah. Yep. I don't go to Sachs Bridge actually because of all the people that do go there. And when you only do audio, you got to wait for everybody to be quiet so you can get your audio evidence in, because you don't want people to contaminate your audio evidence, because then you're like, oh, that somebody contaminated my stuff, and it's just, and everybody goes there, you know what I mean? So
everybody,
how well is what they're claiming actually true? I watched this person say somebody's out there smoking a cigarette. If you put it on the side of on the bridge and you watch, something will smoke your cigarette. And I'm thinking, if you knew science, it's going to burn regardless if somebody is smoking it or not, because of the airflow.
Well, that, and it has, most cigarettes have gunpowder in it. That's what makes those little lines. It makes it keep burning.
I'm like, that's not a scientific proven thing. Don't burn a cigarette on a bridge. That's not scientific.
Ryleigh, the only place I've ever seen where a cigarette actually worked was the Pauley jail in Union Springs, Alabama. You could actually see it take a draw and blow smoke out. That's impressive. That'd be something I'd like to see. That's the only place I've ever seen it done, though. Besides the fact that the train station, cigar smoke got blown at me in my face, and you could actually see the cigar smoke.
Oh yeah, I had one guy in the cemetery, like on my audio. I don't know if you know where the big cemetery is, where they have placed all the soldiers in the ground and like the different regiments they fought in and all this other stuff. It's kind of like a half moon, and it's not really stand up straight monuments, but kind of in the grass flush monuments. I was right there at the entrance is where President Lincoln gave his presidential speech, one of the presidential speeches there. So I was hoping to catch Lincoln on audio. But as I'm walking past the cemetery, I get somebody go in the most thickest Boston, New England accent I've ever heard. He goes, "Hey, did you bring the paper? I'm
Lord.
like, bring the paper? What? I was thinking they must be talking about the newspaper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was like, did you bring the paper? It's like,
I'd have been dying laughing. I'd been like, did you park your car in the yard?
did you park your car in the Harvard yard? You know, I took my
we are
fiance to
almost out.
oh yeah.
Boston,
I was gonna say real quick
to Boston. Go ahead.
I
babe.
did. I took him up there, and he was so excited to hear somebody with a thick accent, you know, a Boston accent, and nothing. He didn't hear it until he went into Rhode Island. He was like, what?
That's funny.
It was a lot of fun.
I've missed you, Ryleigh. I
miss you too, girl. We got to get together again.
Well, I've got to do some shameless plugging real quick, if you don't mind. We had Blaine that came to a small paracon in South Carolina about 2 weeks ago, and it was called the Strange, Dark, Mysterious Market. And while talking to two ladies, he said they wanted to take the Your Psychic Connection, and they wanted to look specifically at remote viewing. So here we go. This is about the book. Let me get this going. Hold on, I'm coming. This is the cover of Bewitched Book of Boo Bites. It's my funny little spooky cookbook with Halloween type stories and desserts and appetizers. And it's just meant for spooky season. It's a lot of fun. And there's some stories in there, but all of this is fiction. It's just meant for fun. But you will love the food. Especially the bat wings. Blaine, when you get here, I've got to make you some. I'll make all of us some of this stuff and try it, okay? Gwen, whenever we get ready to go, maybe we can take some with us. But when we go we've got 3 weeks of traveling, all of us. It's going to be crazy. So
let me know when you're back in Pennsylvania again.
We're going to be going. Yep, hold on. So we're going to be doing Your Psychic Connection. I'm starting at July the 8th. That's going to be on Wednesday and Thursday nights for 2 weeks from 6 to 8 online. So I made the price, I thought, very reasonable, and we've got some people already signed up, so we're just going to take off. So that is the Bewitched Book of Boo Bites and that one. And now this one, I've re-released the Victorian Ghost Files Between Heaven and Ectoplasm. You guys go on Amazon, check it out. I hope you'll like it. Also, our dear friend Laura Marini, who is executive producer with the History Channel, she is teaching classes on how to make your toolkit for paranormal content creators. It is on Eventbrite, and she's looking for 15 students, and it's going to fill up quickly. So she's only going to do 15 because she wants to be able to work individually. So basically, this is like getting a private tutor. So you can do your own thing, and it's very reasonably priced. Please take a look.
Yes, please.
And then my other book, Crypts and Cryptids, with me and my husband. And we'll have these out when we come to the Paracons this season. This one's going to be a lot of fun. Gwen's in it. Blaine's in it. All of our shenanigans are in it.
But all of them, some we can't write about, but that's just so.
Oh, yes. So that's, now we've got to do, Blaine, we're almost at that point. Gwen, you already popped that up. Christmas Spooktacular, July the 24th. So Ryleigh will be there July 24th through the 26th.
All right.
In Gettysburg.
Yep.
Is that Gettysburg Bash?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay.
I hope you'll come.
Yeah, we love to see you.
Well, I'm getting married August 15th of this year, so we kind of had to put a kibosh on all the travel plans that I wanted to do because this is pretty expensive. So I really want to do one thing this year so I can say, yes, I did it, and I want to come down.
Come on, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, come on. We would really love to have you.
Yeah, I'll bring the dogs. I'll bring all 3 dogs.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
we love puppies.
Babies.
Oh, you'll love my. I got
Crazy.
2 small ones and 1 massive one. You could put his saddle on it and ride him all over the place. He's a cane
Oh
corso.
my goodness.
Oh, that'll be my buddies. Watch.
Oh yeah, Maverick
Oh,
is
yes, I
everybody's
love
buddy.
those.
Maverick is everybody's buddy. You'll see photos of him on Facebook every now and then. I'll be posting them on there.
All right, so I've got a video to play, and then I'll be back with one more, and then Blaine will take over and close. I've missed you, girl.
I missed.
Doesn't that look like fun?
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast.
And you got one more. All right. So stay with us tomorrow night, and we will be doing Cryptid Nation
Yes.
with Shane McLean, and we're talking about a very scary story. It's
Bless you.
almost as scary, bless you, Blaine. It's almost as scary as Ryleigh's. So be on the lookout for Shane tomorrow night. Whew, that was a lot. All right, now here we go, Blaine. Where's the thing at? There.
You guys had a million choices of what your entertainment was tonight. You chose us. Thank you very much. It means the world to us. The one I hate doing, but I have to do every week.
Okay.
If you're a soldier, sailor, airman, Marine, Coast Guard, or any branch of service or a veteran, and you're thinking about committing suicide, please call 988. It is a toll-free number. It is free 24/7. It's confidential. And if you don't want to talk to them, they have a chat. If you don't want to talk to them, get a hold of me. Get a hold of Lee. Get a hold of Glenn. Get a hold of Matt.
Yep.
I've already talked down 5 veterans from committing suicide. And I will talk to every veteran that wants to talk. But it's not just for veterans. Anybody that has that issue that wants to thinking about it, call that number. It's not just for us, for the military. It's for everybody. And I'll talk to you just as well as I will a veteran or a soldier. Okay?
Yes. We all will.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys. Ryleigh, it's been wonderful.
Thank you, Ryleigh.
It's been fun. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, come back again soon.
I
Yes.
will. I will. Thank you for having me.
Congratulations
All
on the
right.
marriage, too.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes, congratulations.
Thanks,
That's
guys.
so cool.
You guys have a good evening.
Thanks,
All
Ryleigh.
right, Miss Gwen, take us out, baby.
Take us home, Winnie.
Take us home.